Well, it is Thursday, time to go on the docket with KMIR News legal analyst John Patrick Dolan. Tonight, stun belts in the Supreme Court, weapon permits in California, plus developments on the Pinyon Pines murders and more. Of course, John, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Indeed.
Let's get started with Pinyon Pines murders. A cold case, 7.5 years now, 3 people brutally murdered, set on fire up in the small community in Pinyon Pines. The case now going to a grand jury.
Pretty rare. Usually the district attorney's office would simply file a complaint, go out and arrest people, and begin the prosecution. So this is a little bit of a touchy case, and I think this is one of those special occasions. Mostly they use these kinds of grand juries in the state system and political corruption, but a touchy case is sometimes how they use a grand jury. You bring in some citizens, you impanel a grand jury, you present a case to them, and they indict the individuals rather than the district attorney's office directly indicting the individuals. Once the grand jury gets impaneled, it takes a day or two. The presentation is made only by a prosecutor. There aren't allowed, defense lawyers are not allowed in the room. And as they used to say, a grand jury would generally indict a ham sandwich. So probably once a grand jury gets impaneled, if they have targets and they go after some targets, you'll see some indictments coming down.
Which also means arrest warrants will be issued?
Yes, indeed. And they don't unseal the indictment until after they've sort of gotten their surveillance in place and are ready to go ahead and apprehend the folks that they end up indicting.
But if they foresee an indictment coming down, it seems like they would already have that in place, right? So arrests could happen pretty soon thereafter.
That's true, although if a person saw an indictment coming down, they might not be here, would be the other thing. But I know you're talking about law enforcement. It's just the people that expect they might be indicted might be looking for a place to live elsewhere. At least that's many times what happens.
All right. Okay, let's talk about these weapon permits.